After the deluge comes the invoice, as communities around New South Wales clean up and rebuild after some of the most devastating flooding on record. Insurance premiums have jumped alarmingly. One home and contents premium jumped from $650 to nearly $4,000 a year based on a 1 in 100 year flood risk assessment. Consumer advocates say others have jumped 400 to 500%. Following weather catastrophes in Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria over the last 2 years, and worldwide through extreme weather events said to be caused by climate change, the insurance industry has been hit with payouts in the billions. Policyholders here have been getting what are called shocker renewal notices, now including flood cover premiums. For many facing already escalating costs of living, household insurance, including flood cover, may soon be unaffordable.
This is our 2011 policy.
There in the mail was the Upray deluge bombshell.
I was mortified.
Insurance premium up in just 1 year from $657.84 to $1,030.40. With flood cover, $1,736.82. The NRMA insurance policy holder, Karen Thompson, with a bungalow at Lake Tabourie in the Shoalhaven, was shocked, not for herself, she says, but for others who may not be able to absorb such a hike if they need to take flood cover as well as the usual house and contents insurance.
Our house has never flooded before.
Exacerbating the sense of outrage was the fact that with all the horrendous recent inundation of New South Wales, Karen Thompson's house and all others in her street at Lake Tabourie were never flooded. Long-timers told her the street didn't flood in the big wet in 1971 either.
It was just mind-boggling, and the fact that, our neighbours around, some of them are on cement blocks, but we're on piers, so there's, to get into the house, you're going up, I suppose, literally 4 steps to step into the house. So you're looking at one almighty flood that's going to come in there.
Karen Thompson tried to interrogate the NRMA Insurance customer call centre on the phone. Initially, she was told the premium increase had been based on flood mapping provided through the Mayor of Shoalhaven.
I have asked them that I want something in writing telling me how they have evaluated our property, that we're at such a risk.
The Mayor of Shoalhaven happens to be Paul Green MLC, recently elected to the upper house for the Christian Democrats. Local government flood mapping is mandatory for climate change-related sea level rise and planning, he says. Alerted by Karen Thompson, Paul Green asked a question without notice in the Legislative Council and discovered that escalating insurance premiums, particularly flood cover, are now a state and national aggravation for property owners.
Well, my advice is don't take it lying down. Go to the local council if you're concerned, get a flood certificate, go there and check out your house and what it's built out. It may be got flood-resistant sort of building supplies on it, and take that to your insurance office and say, hey, my house is above the 1 in 100 flood. It's built out of flood-proof materials. The premium doesn't reflect this. How can I get a better deal on this?
In the Shoalhaven, local talkback radio went into overdrive.
One caller was talking about her policy that's gone from $900 to $8,000, and that's just not, no one could afford to pay that.
The Australian Consumer Association's Ingrid Just says the policyholder flack about insurance premiums is now coming thick and fast.
We've had reports of policies rising up to 400-500%, ranging anywhere from $300 per year right up to $8,000 or $9,000 per year. We've had some reports of policies or premiums ranging around about $12,000 per year.
NRMA Insurance declined to be interviewed. In a statement, the company said Karen Thompson's premium assessment was based not on council data, but on the company's own mapping and modelling, which showed a higher risk of flooding than previously determined. The statement confirmed reinsurance costs following the spate of natural disasters had impacted on premiums.
There are predictions of around about 12 to 14% premium increases across the board, irrespective of what type of insurance policy you're taking out. However, our extensive reports have shown over many years, including a choice review that we're currently undertaking for release in May, has shown that there are policies available at around about the $300 per year level. Use the frustration that you have when you see that massive bill with all of those noughts on the end of it to stop, think, don't auto-renew, look at the policy, understand what level of risk you're happy with, and consider what else is out there and switch.